Hey everybody, Jamie here from Nomadic Rev. Welcome back to my channel, and sorry that it's been a little while since I uploaded, but with the coronavirus outbreak here in the US and things starting to close down because of social distancing, I had a little time and thought I would just upload a quick update video. So just to kind of, first of all, thanks for 100 subscribers. You guys are awesome. I'm thankful for each and every one of you. When I first started this YouTube channel, I started it because I wanted to create content that I personally enjoyed watching. And that was kind of my philosophy. And so I heard another YouTuber say that a long time ago, that if you create content that you personally would watch and enjoy, then you can build a community. And so thanks for everybody who's subscribed. So I thought I would talk a little bit about the coronavirus, but also about just the Nomad minimalist community as well. So I have been hearing a lot of people comparing the coronavirus outbreak to 9/11 and to a certain extent what many people thought would happen during Y2K, which obviously didn't. And I have to say that, you know, basically what I understand and where I'm at in life now and what I've learned and the values that I hold to now are a lot different than back in 2011. Because back in 2011, pre 9/11, a lot of people didn't think something that catastrophic could ever happen in America. And so that was like a huge wake-up call. And quite honestly, it was only a couple years later that I started to reevaluate my lifestyle, reevaluate where I wanted to be. By the time I was, 60, 65, I started to really reevaluate a lot of stuff. And a lot of that led me to the nomadic minimalist community here on YouTube, which, I'm really grateful for. And I feel now with this coronavirus thing, a lot of what I've learned from this community, a lot of what I've learned from the nomadic lifestyle or the minimalist lifestyle has positioned me and many other people in that position to weather the storm that we're going through and are probably going to be going through for the next several weeks here in the US much, much better. And I'll give you a couple examples. So I don't know where you're watching from. Comment below and let me know. And by the way, if you like videos like this, make sure you subscribe and turn on bell notifications so you know when I upload. But a lot of stores around here now, when you go into those stores, I was in one late last night, just out of curiosity to see what was happening. And it was after 9 o'clock. And typically I would say this store is probably pretty quiet at around 9. There was quite a few people there. And it was a Friday night. And it was right after our President Trump, declared a state of emergency. And I noticed that several of the aisles had completely empty shelves. And one big thing that I've learned in the nomadic lifestyle, thanks to channels like Cheap RV Living, some of the other minimalist channels out there, that it's not so much about hoarding things, it's learning how to live on less. Back in the Y2K days, I remember I ordered a large 5-gallon bucket of rice, and it was like $30, and it was 5 gallons, and I got it shipped to I think I was in an apartment at the time. And of course, when it came, I thought, what am I going to do with 5 gallons of rice. You know what I mean? And I had that thing for a couple of years, and I think we cooked up some of it and ended up just throwing a lot of it away. And that was all before the minimalist lifestyle. That was all before joining the Nomad community and realizing if you really want to be able to not only survive, but thrive through things like what's happening with the coronavirus and other, possible things, then you and I have to learn how to live on less. We have to learn how to live on less. That's to me what the minimalist lifestyle is all about. And so my mindset, the framework that I view the world now has changed so rapidly that given the current situation, I feel like I'm less anxious than a lot of other people probably are. And that's because I am fully aware that ultimately the key to all of these situations is to have greater and increasing independence. And for me, it's been 7 years now since I started to look for ways to generate additional income remotely. And wouldn't you know it, now everybody's talking about working from home. And this was 7 years ago that I started down this path of figuring out how to generate an income remotely. And for me, I continue to move in that direction, and I continue to look at ways to generate cash flow that doesn't require a 9-to-5 cubicle desk job that I have to drive to. And I have to say that this whole pandemic, that's what, the World Health Organization now is calling it, is reinforcing many of the values that so many of us here on YouTube that are a part of this community, the Nomad Minimalist community, have been sharing with each other. And, the stock market and what's happening with the stock market, it's surreal. People are losing, billions of dollars. And to me, it just really reinforces to me that this lifestyle in many ways is the future. I mean, we have so much debt, and debt is the opposite of freedom. So anyways, I just thought I would share. I hope that you're in a situation, wherever you are, wherever you're watching, that you are able to still generate, some income that's not contingent on your job, having to have a physical place that you have to drive to for that. Hopefully your place of work is allowing you to do that. But I would just say that as we continue down this path over the next several weeks, we all need to continue, especially in this community here on YouTube, remember what's important, remember what we value, and continue to learn how to live on less, to continue to learn to find greater freedom. And this lifestyle, it really affords it to us. It really allows us to do it. I'll just close with one quick story. I have a friend who's about 20 years older than I am, and he shared with me recently that, he still owes, or his mortgage is, I think he still has 15 years left on his mortgage, and he's almost retirement age, and it's very stressful to him. And I really just can't help but think about how much we've given into this lie that is the American dream, that we have to have, this dream home with this gigantic mortgage, and we have to drive these really nice cars, and we have to take these really extravagant vacations, and we have to eat out at these really nice restaurants. I mean, all of those things are what we don't realize actually limits our freedom. We think it's giving us greater freedom. It's just not true. It's actually limiting our freedom. I think about my grandmother who, lived through World War II, and all that she experienced and all that she saw. And what it caused her to do is to not take anything for granted, to not be wasteful with her money. And she's in a great place now financially, because she, to coin a phrase that, Dave Ramsey uses, she lived like no one else back then, so she could live like no one else right now. And there's a lot of truth in that. So, hey, again, I hope that if you found this video and you enjoy it, that you'll subscribe. Comment below, let me know what you think about what's happening with the coronavirus, what you think is going to happen next. And if you have some thoughts on the subject, again, love to have you share them below. Thanks for watching.